Welcome to Mount Mom Strong. Today we have a core and glute workout. We're gonna need a light to medium loop band. We're gonna need a stronger elastic band that's gonna help assist us with some sit-ups. And a bench or a chair, something you can slide your leg through, bottom leg through as your top knee is on top. Sounds good? Let's get started. We're gonna start with this band around our feet, so around the balls of your feet. And then we're gonna engage our core, stack our ribs over our pelvis, and ground through your left foot. We're gonna exhale, lift pelvic floor, engage core as we bring this knee up. Exhale all your air out. Inhale, come down. Nice. So keeping nice and strong and stable. We don't wanna be shifting out here. Exhale and feel that zip up of the core, that engagement. Let's do 3 more of those. You're feeling weight distributed through your foot nice and evenly. You got your big toe down. So a slight pause as we lift up and exhale. Last one. Good. So we're really working our glutes to stabilize, but then we're also getting our hip flexors involved and using our hip flexors here as well. Let's get our arms moving in a gate pattern. So as our leg comes up, the opposite arm comes up as well. Long through your crown. Little movement side to side. And feel and pay attention to that foot. We have 2 more. And the last one. Nice. We're gonna go into a Copenhagen side plank. So we're gonna bring this up onto the bench here. I want your knee to be up on the bench, and you're gonna come up into a side plank with your bottom leg supported. From here, you're gonna exhale, and you can lift that leg up, and if you need to just kind of do little lifts, keeping your foot on the ground to start, you can, or if you're feeling really strong, you can lift the leg completely off the ground. Watch that you don't end up crouching here. Keep extended. We're gonna do another 10 seconds. Breathing. Really feeling that inner adductor. 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna flip over to the other side. So remember, it's really important to get into this position. Get up into your side plank, supported on that bottom leg, and then start to lift that knee. Keep your toe on the ground. If that's feeling good, then you can lift the toe. You can bring it all the way through. Make sure your hips are extended. Feel your core, feel that engagement. Breathe. 10 seconds to go. Long through the crown. Don't let that ear drop down. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. So really feeling that inner thigh, getting that connection from the inner thigh to your obliques on the other side here. Okay, back to our marching here. So again, grounding through that left foot, we're gonna line our ribs up. So really zip up and engage that core. Exhale, pause at the top. Keep breathing all throughout. 5 more. So working on our balance, our connection through our foot, hip flexor strength, and glute stability. Last 2. And 1. Nicely done. If you're struggling to keep your balance or kind of shifting, go to a lighter band. Remember, slow is fast. Good form, good breath, good control, and feeling the right muscles. So a side view, making sure we're not tucking that bum under, that you're nice, long, and lifted. 5 more. Nicely done. Back to that Copenhagen side plank. So remember, We're getting that top knee nice and supported. The more support you have, the longer your legs in there, the easier it'll be. Supported on that bottom. Make sure your elbow's underneath your shoulder. Then you can lift the knee up, then the knee and foot. If you have to keep that leg supported, that's fine. Press that top leg into the bench. Breathe here. We're going for 30 seconds. We have 15 to go. Keeping extended through the hip. Strong in your core. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. On to the other side. So getting supported in your side plank. Lift the foot, lift the knee, breathe, make sure the hips extended. 15 seconds. Pushing actively down into the bench, pushing away from your elbow. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nicely done. All right, so now we're gonna go into a dead bug with the band around our feet. So we're gonna lie down onto our back, and we're gonna place the band around our feet here, and we're gonna go into a dead bug variation. So we're gonna inhale to prepare, exhale, engage our core, lifting our legs up. We're gonna keep tension in our core all throughout. We're gonna keep our breath going, but we're gonna exhale as we extend the other leg out, pull the other knee in. So there's this push and pull. You can place your hand here for a little overpressure, more tension, more connection with your core. You can lift the other arm over your head, focusing on keeping those ribs down. Nice. 5 more to each side. And obviously, if you break your form, break your breath, take a break and then jump back in. 3 more each. You've got this. Adding that little overpressure and that cross-body connection. Last one. Good. Nice work. Roll over, press yourself up. And we're going to go to our band that's attached to the wall here. We're going to do some pelvic press rotations. So my feet are going to be just underneath my hips here. My arms are going to be extended, so I'm going to stand back. So my arms are kind of in line with the anchor point. And I'm going to inhale to prepare, exhale, engage, and then pivot my inside foot as I rotate my shoulders and hips together. I'm gonna get a little bit more tension. So you should feel your core kind of doing this. Your obliques, internal and external obliques working together here. That's it, nice big exhale. Getting that deep engagement of the core. Relax the shoulders, pull them away from your ears. 3 more. That's it. Nicely done. Other side. Make sure there's no flaring of the ribs. We've got a nice neutral spine. Arms are straight. I'm going to pivot that inside toe. Move back a little bit there. We're going for 10. That's 2. And I'm slowly coming back. I'm not letting the band snap back. We're eccentrically controlling the movement as we go back to the start position. 5 more. We're getting some nice internal rotation on this outside hip as well. There's always a method to the madness here. 1 more. Nicely done. We're gonna get back down onto the floor. We're going to place the band around our feet. Going back to the dead bugs. We're going to do 10 on each side. Ready? So that overpressure on the opposite side, cross body connect. And we're going slow. It's not about how fast you can do these movements. We're watching that. We're keeping that connection with our core. There's no arching, no coning, no doming, no breath holding. We're wrapping that core nice and tight up and in. Pulling the knee in as we press the foot out. Nice work. Pushing into the knee, knee into the hand. Makes a huge difference. I can feel so much more engagement. Let's do 2 more each. One more. You've got this. Nicely done. We're going to get back up into the Pallof, kind of press with rotation. So getting some good tension on that band, extending your arms out, and then we're going to rotate, pivoting that back foot, rotating about this front hip, slowly unwinding. 3, 2, 1. 4, 3, 2, 1. That's it. Three more. 3, 2, 1. 2, 3, 2, 1. And last one. Nicely done. Other side. Switch your grip. Outside hand holds on first. Got some tension here. Arms extended. And rotate, slowly returning back. Long through the crown. Ribs are stacked over the pelvis. Halfway there. 5 more to go. Last 2. And 1. Nicely done. Grab yourself a sip of water. So next we're going to go into our assisted sit-up. So we're going to take this band and we're going to come down onto the floor into a nice upright position. Ribs are stacked over pelvis. I'm sitting up on my sit bones. I'm going to inhale with tension in my core and slowly lower myself down. And then I'm going to exhale, tuck my chin in, lift my head, roll myself up. Inhale. And exhale. Kind of leading from your heart. You can loosen some tension on the band to make it a little bit more challenging. Let's do one more. Nicely done. All right, so we're gonna come up and ideally you have a wall. So I'm gonna use this part of my couch as my wall and we're gonna just move quite dynamically into a hip hinge and we're gonna catch our foot on the wall. So I'll show you a side view. Ideally you wanna maybe have something a little bit higher, but I'm gonna hinge and pause. So I'm moving quickly and I'm feeling that I have that nice stability in my foot. My big toe is down. I'm getting that nice length in my glute. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to line my other foot up with the wall. And then use this glute to lift yourself back out of it. 3 more. So really quick. Notice how there's stability, hip, ankle, knee. Good. Switch feet. Finding that stability, loading over your right foot. Lost the stability there. So big toe down, inhale, and then exhale. Having that end point helps you just find that balance there at the end. If you lose it, 4 more. 1 more. Nice. Back to those sit-ups. So you can start with a little bit more tension on your band, a little bit more assistance as we inhale and roll down. Exhale, curl the chin in and lift yourself up like someone's pulling a string from your heart. Taking away a little bit of resistance as I feel necessary, making it a little bit more challenging. Nice. So we're watching, there's no coning, no doming. You can look down at your core and see what's going on. We've worked on lots of good spinal mobility. Notice if you feel any stuck bits. 1 more. Good. And dynamic hinges here. My right foot was my more challenging foot, so I'm going to start with that this time. I'm going to find nice stable. I'm going to load through that foot, and I'm going to hinge. You should hear your foot hit that wall. Shouldn't be super soft. You should really feel that you're loaded through that midfoot, not all heels, not all toes. 3 more. Nice. Really feel the glute there. Good. Switching sides. About 10 more on this side. Load over my left foot. Here we go. Nice. 5 more. Really lengthening. Load it over that foot. Last 2. And 1. Nicely done. All right. That's all for core and glutes today. See you next time.